We've all done it. Ignore the traffic signals when crossing the street. It's a bad habit, and it can be deadly. And now it can be costly. More and more drivers are hanging up the pumps and coming to the nearest bus stop. At the Carborough Farmers Market, vendors offer a fair variety of both organic and conventional food options. But a food's health benefits aren't the only factors to consider. One permit has been issued. Now, council members are considering a change to the rules to encourage more food trucks. Gunshots and explosions.
Well, there you go. First step.
That's what Grant Canada likes in a video game.
I think that they're just fun. I don't really look into the violent aspect of it, I guess. I don't know. I just play them.
Canada is among 67% of households who play video games. But is it really all fun and games? Studies show violence like this may influence more crime and aggression, like in the case of Norway's largest mass killing. The shooter claims he trained for the assault by playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The question now, how well do these studies apply to the average gamer?
I'll be the first to say that I get mad playing video games, but I'll never let that affect my real world.
Unlike Canada, there are some people who integrate aspects of gaming into their real lives. People like Nick Senior.
I just like games. I think not enough people are willing to play games and stuff.
Senior is involved in the Humans vs. Zombie game played at UNC each year.
They encourage teamwork, and I've met a lot of my friends through this game.
A game that involves roaming through campus and shooting people with Nerf guns. It may seem like innocent fun, but it's hard not to recognize the similarity to popular video games such as Resident Evil and Call of Duty that share a mutual theme of violence. In stores like this GameStop, there are walls filled with violent video games like this. But for those people who choose to buy these types of games, it's not always easy to determine if they will or will not be exposed to more aggressive behaviors. UNC Violence Prevention Coordinator Robert Pleasant says other factors affect aggression. Violent video games aren't the only issue.
Masculinity, access to guns, media influences, home upbringing, mental illness, all these things can come together.
Canada says the violence in his video games is simply that, a game and nothing more. UNC senior Imani Bakum is unlike most of her peers. She already knows what she plans to do after graduation, teach for America.
You should think about applying for this since you want to teach. And then I looked into the program and I really liked it, so I decided to apply.
Bakum is among the 8% of UNC's senior class that applied for Teach for America this year. And if selected, she would transform from student to teacher, much like the other 542 UNC alumni who have taught as core members.
And I also think it makes it more of a selective process coming from UNC, because that means more people are going to want to do it, and they're going to really be looking at who they want to choose.
It's clear that UNC's Teach for American following continues to grow. But what exactly is the motivation behind this recruitment increase on our campus?
I think students at UNC are leaders, and they want to be leaders both here on campus and in the community, both now and in the long term in their careers.
University Career Services reports that in years past, Teach for America has been the #1 employer for UNC graduates. And this year looks to be no different.
We want UNC to continue to be a top producing school. In order to do that, we want to continue to bring in somewhere between 75 and 100 core members.
For Bakum and many other applicants, Teach for America serves as the ultimate opportunity to build their futures and others.
Be passionate about teaching. Make sure it's something that you know you want to do, that you like to do, because in the end, it's not really about you. It's about the students that you're teaching.
Computer science professor Michael Reitner knows a lot about technology, but until last October, he knew very little about blood.
It never occurred to me to prioritize that, and so I had never donated before all this.
One visit to the doctor changed all that. A heart aneurysm, a surprising diagnosis for a lot of reasons.
Well, I thought I was in great shape. I was doing martial arts, I was lifting weights, very active, and it was quite a surprise.
Luckily, blood plasma saved Reitner's life, one of the products of donated blood. American Red Cross representative Caroline Allison explains.
Every time you donate blood, you could actually be touching up to 3 lives. And that's a really incredible thing to do. Nationwide, more than 17,000 blood donations are needed daily. That's right, daily. And supplying that need is the goal each time the American Red Cross organizes a blood drive like this one. So we're constantly just trying to keep up with how to communicate, trying to reach out to different groups who might not normally think that they could be involved in a blood drive. Multiple blood drives are held on UNC's campus throughout each school year. And unlike in the past, expect to see Reitner this year ready to donate blood along with many others.
But I would just encourage people to think about the good that it can do for, people like me, and try to get over the fear of that needle.
Michael Reitner, from detached bystander to grateful recipient and now helpful donor. In Chapel Hill, I'm BRIANA HARPER.